there, folks, back at you with another series. What's going on around the shop? Let's get into some of this goodness here, and please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot, don't cost nothing. Let's get past the intro. Let's get into this. All right, commercial account right here, 2016 Dodge Grand Caravan. I tell you what, I love working with these guys. They just don't fuck around. They had some brake problems. They had 2 warped rotors and a couple bad brake pads, and they said, you know, and this is why I love working with these guys right here. I mean, they just say, don't worry, we'll just replace all the rotors, all new brake pads, just want to have it fixed right, and we want to have it done right. So that's what's going on with this one right here. So waiting on rotors to show up. Already got the brake pads ready to go. So next one right here, 2009 Chevy Malibu. This one here snowballed a little bit. Started with a timing chain. Let me see if I can get you guys a little better. So I got that all ready to go. We're going to replace the water pump as well, and waiting on parts to show up. But we're going to replace that chain right there with the water pump, and then the timing chain and everything else. One of the bolts was broke off on the coil, hold down the coil, so had to clean that up and get the bolt out. Had to extract that. Somebody already tried to do that and wasn't successful, I guess, or they gave up, but we're getting ready for that. So the only thing I gotta do now is take the rest of the chain off and the water pump, get it all cleaned up, waiting on parts to show up, and then as soon as they get here we can put everything back together and get her all done. That was the problem right here. The guy broke, so yep. But he wants to have it fixed, and he wants to have it fixed right. So he wants to have the gears, sprocket, the sprockets, the chain, the guides, the water pump. He said, well, when we're in there, might as well do the water pump and all that, and then all that good stuff. So I'll take you back on this one when we get in a little deeper. So all right, I'm going to drop it right here. And we'll be right back, and I'll show you a little more on this thing here. So, okay. Well, we got ourselves a comeback. Did a video on how to replace the power steering pump on a Chevy Uplander. Well, so bad power steering pump. Put a new part in, or new power steering pump in. And out of the box, it was worse than the one that I was replacing, than the old one that was in here. So returned it and got a warranty claim in, and this is with Advance, and so they got me another one. Put that in, and customer drove about 2 weeks with it, and guess what? It's back. So got another one. So now we got 2 warranty claims with Advance for the labor on this. So yeah, well, this sucks, but oh well. So we're gonna replace the new junk power steering pump. So I mean, if you want, I think I took the keys out of it. Yeah, let me grab the keys real quick. I'll show you. Can you hear it?
Oh, 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 oh.
See, sounds lovely. That looks nice and milky on top of that. So, all right, get going on this job again. So here we go. I'll bring you back when we got her done. All right. Got ourselves a 2001 GMC 2500 HD. She's got a little bit of rust, but hasn't ran for a year. Guy wants to get it mechanically back up to snuff and to shape. We're going to be looking at ball joints, shocks, brakes, oil change, transmission and engine. He wants to have his seat fixed because there's a big chunk missing out of it. Right there. Yeah. So I need to do that. And it's got a massive misfire, so let me show you. You hear that? She sounds like shit, boys. We also got a massive leak there at the donut gasket coming off the exhaust manifold. And I got this one off the Matco truck. You can buy these anywhere, really. See the blue light flashing? What? We got one that's out. As you can tell, the others are doing good. I don't know if you can see that right there. You see the flash? So let me shut this truck off. So yeah, you know, had a P0300, so that can be a lot of different things. So this one, when I get one of those, this one of the first things I grab just to double check and real quick and see if the coils are working, and it's not. So that gives you a pretty good idea. So I'm going to need a new coil. I'll recommend them plugs and wires as well. You know, since this truck has sit for a long time, like I said, it needs a lot of work, and he wants to have her fixed up. So I'll keep you posted on the long list of stuff that needs to be happening to this truck. So yeah, he wants me to give it a good look over and fix what's wrong. So here we go. All right, back on this Malibu right now. Let's give you a little peek on the inside here. Right there, it's where the water pump used to sit. And then you got the chain going right there, and then the actual timing chain after that. So got that done. So yeah, once again, table full of stuff. This is how I normally like to organize it. You know, I like to lay my chain out kind of how it was, with the guides in place where they used to sit. So, you know, when I start putting back together, I don't have to try to figure everything out. I just know where it was, So it just makes life just a little easier, at least for me. So keep it somewhat organized. You know, timing cover bolts. You got to take the thermostat housing loose in order to get this pipe out, and then you can get the old water pump out. These are the bolts that go on the back side of the water pump, because there's 4 bolts that'll hold that water pump in place. Got 2 of them on the back side, and then there's 2 of them that are on the inside. One there and one there. So yeah, makes it for an interesting setup for sure. So, but yeah, so yeah, well, I'm gonna keep plugging away on this thing. So here we go. All right, we've got the cover back on, harmonic balancers back on. So got the timing chain all set. That's all ready to go. So now we need to jack up the engine. Can do the motor mounts and belt tensioner, and then we can start working on the top. I don't think we're going to run. I still got some loom laying around, so I guess we'll replace some of that, because this just looks like crap. So yeah, found another issue right there. Well, customer said he was going to take care of it himself, so which is fine. Look at that crack, huh? I mean, she's a big one, because right here it goes down into the flange for the exhaust, and it's cracked all the way around along this into the side here, right here, and then comes back up. I mean, that's a big crack. So, but he said he's going to take care of that himself, so which is fine by me. Yeah, getting closer and closer with this thing. One thing left to do is clean the clean the cover up, because she's nasty. But yeah, all right, we'll keep plugging away on this thing. I'll take you back, or we'll come back to this. Well, got it all put together. Man, I had to clean this thing out. It was nasty, 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 I tell you what. So we'll get her all done. Just buttoning things up right now, putting the wheel back on, and put some of the plastic stuff back on, and the only thing I left to do then is do a quick test drive and then oil change. So yeah, I had to put some new loom here and some here. I still had some used, this is new, but I still had some used stuff laying around, so keeps the heat off them wires. Yeah, I don't have to do that, but you know, I'm here, might as well do it real quick. Only takes me 5 seconds. So all right, we're gonna finish this vehicle up, and then when I'm back for a test drive, I'll come back with you and have you hear her run. Okay, be back in a bit. All right, 2004 Ford F-250 with the 6.0. Done exhaust work to it, and had a giant hole in the exhaust manifold here on the passenger side about a month ago. I think I got that in one of my series. And customer dropped the truck off. It's smoking like a steamboat, and I took it for a drive, and I tell you what, there's a lot of there's a lot of white steam coming out of that tailpipe. Holy shit. So we're gonna do customer said he was afraid it was going to be a head gasket. So I'm going to hook my tester up right here. Got it already dug out, and see if we can verify. We got something like that going on. I'll grab the air hose right quick. I love this air hose. That hose has been handy as all get out. I tell you what. Let's get you guys set up. Right there. Let's see what we can get out of it. Cap says 16 psi. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. Cap says 16 psi. Right there. So let's get it up to 16 psi. That's right there into white. Okay, so we're right on the edge, right there. So disconnect it. Right on the line right there, 16. So, okay. Now, I'll bring it right back, see what we get. Uh-oh. Yeah, see that? That's, not even 10 minutes. Probably about 10 minutes. Smoked me a cigarette. Did something else. So, yeah, I'd say 10 minutes. So, we got ourselves a problem, boys. So, yeah. Now we need to figure out if it's the head gaskets or the EGR cooler. So that'll be next. So let me get rid of this stuff here and we'll go from there. We'll be back in a minute. Well, if you want to see what $1,300 worth of parts looks like, here we go. Shocks all the way around, front to back. New rear brakes, oil for the front and rear differential, and then we got oil back here for transmission and transfer case, upper and lower ball joint, EGR valve, new spark plugs, new windshield wipers. On the passenger side, we need to put in a new wheel bearing and hub assembly. Found on the air manifold intake there is a giant leak, so we need new gaskets. That's what this is for. Battery is really weak, so we're going to put in a new battery. We're going to do a full oil change for the engine, so that's right here. Plus, and I like on these Chevys, I really love these filters. The AC Delco one. They got a valve in there so it won't let drain down the oil, and you intend to run a little higher oil pressure when you use these oil filters. So oil changes and filters for Chevy trucks, with the 5.3, 6.0, 8.1. These kind of filters, don't go cheap on it. Filter for the transmission, and donut gasket for driver's side exhaust manifold. So yeah, I got my crew ready to go to hammer this thing out. So here we go. Got her on the lift, so getting ready to get started on this thing, and we're gonna get her all knocked out. All right, guys, we'll bring you back when we start on the air intake. So here we go. All right. 1989 Chevy 2500 four-wheel drive with the Chevy small block in it. This is the definition of farm truck around here anyway, for a lot of the smaller farmers. Old truck, but on the end of the day, C ain't too bad. Runs like a dream, purrs like a kitten. They got a problem with the turn signal. No turn signal in the rear. So we got. Let me show you this. This is what they show you in the computer for the wiring diagram. You just can't beat the books. I know it's for a C10 or an S10, but they all run the same wiring. So, and that helped me out a bunch. Figure out what how the wiring is, where it runs, where and to double check. And because I had no power here at the tail lights for the turn signal, and it wasn't even giving out any power right here. And I checked to make sure we didn't have a break in the wire between where it plugs in right here and over there, and that tested out fine. So that told me for sure there was no break in the wire going to the rear. So then there's only one thing left, and that's this right here. So she's a bit crusty, but yeah, got her out, waiting on parts. They should be here tomorrow. And then the only thing left to do on this thing here is an oil change and a new battery, and she'll be good to go again. So the still got the 2500 GMC sitting outside. It's cold here the upcoming couple days, so Monday it's supposed to warm back up again, and then I'm going to do the coolant flush. I'd rather do that outside than inside, because if that way I keep the floor somewhat dry in here. So anyway, but yeah, so got this one just about done. We'll get this one knocked out, and then we're going back to that GMC 2500. Get that one finished up, and then out the door, and then that damn thing is back. But this go around not for power steering pump. That is power steering pump number 4 that's in there now. This go around, it overheats. So customer says get it fixed, and I'm gonna sell it. He's tired of it. So I don't blame you. I don't blame that person. To me, it's starting to look like the vehicle from hell. So like Jimmy Making It Work has a couple vehicles like that just keep coming back, and that flood vehicle so I told him the other day on that you know, every mechanic has one or two vehicles that are, you know, that are just a royal pain in the butt. So, but that's all part of the game. Anyway, enough babbling here. We'll bring you guys back when we get this one finished up, and stick around, waiting on the next one. All right, got this thing all fixed up yesterday. Original complaint was hard starting in cold weather, and when I determined it had a very weak battery, it definitely was on its way out. So replaced the battery. Turn signals in the rear wasn't working, and then they had all kinds of funky shit going on right here in the back for the plug. So we got that all fixed up and cleaned up, so that's all nice and good to go now. The turn signal was the hazard turn signal combination switch here in the steering wheel that was bad. So let's see how she starts, huh? Holy shit. This might be an old truck, but man, she runs good. Silky smooth. Look at that. So yeah, I call this one fixed. So this old truck is good to go. All right, on to the next one. All right, one of my favorite trucks right here. This '89 Chevy 2500 four-wheel drive. Had to fix the four-wheel drive. Last time I had a broken wire that shorted out. Fixed the short, and you know, and the wire normally runs right here along the edge, and then comes around the paddle like that, and then it goes up. And it got broken again. So now I replaced the wiring harness, or redid the wiring harness. Didn't replace it because you can't really buy it. So now I made it longer, and now it's running up right there along the back side where the paddles are, and then it goes up. Put it in a wire loom, put it way up so it cannot be squished, because this go around it was squished again and shorting out and getting hot and blowing the fuse. So that's been taken care of now. And so the four-wheel drive is done. This thing needs an oil change, some spark plugs, and it's got a massive exhaust leak, so we're going to fix that with a coupler like that. And then always double check the gap on your spark plugs, because you never know, you know, they may drop a box or one of the spark plugs or something or another, and your gap can be off, and then that can give you a misfire. So I use one of these for the Chevy's 45. That's about right. So, and it don't take much time, guys. It only takes a second. Double check to make sure, because there's nothing worse than having to go back, right? So it's gonna get spark plugs, oil change, and then I got some of the ball joints in already. It needs upper and lower ball joints. So, and then we need to send it off for an alignment, and then this truck will be a-okay. And one of the reasons why this is, you know, this is a really good customer of mine, and we do a lot of horse training for, you know, hay, because we got some animals here. So you know, I'll do some work for them, and I'll buy and we'll trade that for some of the grass hay. And this go around, we're going to do some training for meat, so we're going to get some beef out of this. So yeah, I think that's awesome. I like to do some horse trading once in a while, so he's getting He's going to get his vehicle all fixed up and in tip-top shape, and we're going to get the freezer filled with some beef. So, can't beat that. So, all right. I'm going to cut the series off right here. And then we'll catch back up with you for the next month. So, please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot. Don't cost nothing. And we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.